The following is a Nightfall Media production. For more information, check out nightfallmedia.io. Star Wars Nightfall is a not-for-profit RPG actual play podcast set in the Star Wars universe. Nightfall claims no relationship with Disney, Lucasfilm, or any of their partners or affiliates. Nightfall can be found online at starwarsnightfall.com or twitch.tv/StarWarsNightfall. The following episode contains strong language and simulated acts of violence. Listener discretion is advised.
May the Force be with you.
The Clone Wars have ended, and the Great Jedi Purge has wiped out most of the galaxy's former heroes. After Photon's betrayal inside the Jedi Temple, the Empire is just as close to finding the ancient homeworld of Tython. After saving Grakkus the Hutt, Syu Zee prepares to leave Nar Shaddaa and beat the Empire to the Lost Planet. Nightfall is Peyton Castle as Syu Zee, Richard Capisil as Crick, Justin Chapman as Fen, Rob Hunter as Dr. Nimi, BFM as Nellos Cath, and myself, Zach Som, as the Galaxy Master. So I'm going to take over question of the day today.
Ooh, this means this is going to be damaging.
What is your favorite video game that you've only ever played once? That video game that you bought, you played it for 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, but once you put it down, you never picked it back up. Mine is Arkham Knight. I played the absolute dick off of Arkham Knight for like 3 weeks, like was late to work, stayed up till 4 a.m. playing it, but once I beat it, I never went back to it, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, same. I did the literal same thing like a couple months ago. Okay. I'm gonna say Dark Souls 2. Ooh. I played that once.
Most Dark Souls games have that.
Yeah. Well,
like this is really fun. 3 weeks later, I hate this.
Yeah. Well, it's more like I hate this the entire way through. But you're
Fair
like,
enough.
I need to beat this because I set this aside to do. I'm gonna do it. Okay. But like. Yeah, I played it once. It was god awful.
I have never spitefully beaten a video game.
I heard two.
Elden Ring was one that like I was told so many times how good it was that part of me believed it, and I played through it and I was just like, I don't know, I was like 30 hours in. And I'm like, maybe the storyline starts soon. No, there's not one.
You know what's fucked
And I'm sure people are freaking out online because like listening to this, but
my brother is about to. He's like within 5 achievements of 100%ing Elden Ring right now.
Oh, me too.
I mean, if you enjoy it, that's awesome. But like, I was told it was such a good game. They're like, dude, you like Skyrim, you're gonna like it. I'm like, yeah, except for the parts that make Skyrim good, like the story,
the story.
Agency, the investment.
Any Souls.
Like for me, I don't play Skyrim to become the most powerful. I play because it's got sweet density and I have control over the environment. And Elden Ring is like, oh, you played for 1,000 hours? You are a worm. I'm like, oh my god.
And like when it comes to the story, it's like you gotta like look around and find the story.
Apparently,
it's not in your face.
No, I started that game and I walked right up to like the first guy and he was like, you have no maidens. And I was like, I played Skyrim. I know I need to bitch slap this guy. And he kicked the shit out of me. Yeah. And he's right there every time I spawn to kill me again. Oh, so I was like, cool. I love a game at the beginning of the tutorial that makes you restart the tutorial. So it was a bad first night.
NPCs. I don't know what to tell you.
They threatened me and called me like shit.
They didn't attack you, did they?
Yeah.
That's a good person in that world.
Oh, no, they attacked me after I hit him.
Yeah.
But it was like the first dude, and I was like, hey, what's up? And he was like, you have no maidens.
So I have a very passionate answer to this question. And it's a game that no one's going to know, but it's Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. It was a game that came out for the DS, right? The plot of this game,
incredible.
It was a great mystery. But you woke up as a ghost next to a dead body.
Yours?
Assumedly, right? And your goal is to figure out who you were and why you died. And the mystery unravels as it goes. So one of the first things you realize is anyone else you find dead, they immediately know, oh yeah, that was me dead, and I know everything about me.
Don't know.
Exactly.
That's sweet.
And you find out that you can save people's lives. And this is what makes it like a game and not just like a story or movie, is when you interact with the dead body, you go back 5 minutes before they died. In a weird Rube Goldberg type way, you have to manipulate the environment in a ghost fashion to try to prevent them from dying.
The opposite of Final Destination.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Beautiful. It was a cool ass game. I played the fuck out of it. I played it like twice. Like I beat it and was like, I want to play that again. And I played it again. And then I haven't played it since. That game holds like golden memories of nostalgia. It's like the best game ever in my mind.
Yeah. Have you ever played Ragnarok Online, the creator?
I played that one for years.
Sorry, inside joke.
Didn't stop.
You played it once or twice.
One drunken night, Justin decided to ask me if I had played Ragnarok Online, a Korean MMO where you level from 1 to 100.
1 to 99.
1 to 99.
1 to 9.
It must have been 30 times in the same drunken stupor. I was buzzed too, so I'm like, oh no, I haven't. Sounds familiar. But no,
There's so many games I've done this to. But one that comes to mind is probably Pokemon Shield. I played so much of it when it first came out that I beat it and then just never played it again.
I got 2 badges and put it down and never picked it up.
my problem with Pokemon games, I love them. They're great games, but I'm a Skyrim player, so I love feeling way more powerful than anyone around. Like total control freak. That's like what attracts the game. But I will be in the starting zone for like days of gameplay until I have like the fully evolved Weedle or some shit. And then I go to like the gym and I feel like a god. I go to the next zone, I get my butt kicked because it's like just not elementally compatible. And then I'll level up again. And I do that a couple times until I'm just like, I can't keep this up to be the game.
I've never related to a statement so hard in my life.
Okay,
That is
so
how I
after
played
like-
every Pokemon.
After like Gen 3, it stops being an issue.
Really?
Because you level up everybody in your party,
Oh, you're right.
even if only one Pokemon goes. You don't even need the EXP share. It just happens.
Yeah.
After like Gen 4.
Yeah.
Because I picked up the Gen 4 remakes on the Switch. And I had completely forgotten about it. I was like, I'm gonna be super badass. I know who's gonna be my 6. I'm gonna level up in this zone each one. And then I started playing and everyone levels up at the same time.
It's also brutal to not know every Pokemon. I played mine for a long time, so I'm not sure if it really applies, but I'm bringing it up anyways. Star Wars Galaxies.
Listen, I have it.
We're just gonna bring
It's
this up
fucking
every
dead.
time.
It's not dead. It's right here. Let me minimize this thing.
This is the Star Wars Galaxy podcast now.
It's called Star Wars Galaxies Restoration.
Oh my god.
If it loads. My computer's not happy. It's like 4 years old and I deeply need to clean it out.
It's all downhill from there.
Restoration.
Okay, so it's going to patch because I haven't opened it in like a week.
Jesus. Is it original, like from release?
It is like, no. So there was original and then there was the combat upgrade and then there was new game enhancement.
New game enhancement is when the Jedi became.
New game enhancement is when they dumped it down to 9 classes instead of 27.
So this has that too.
This does not have the new game enhancement. It has the original like 27 classes, but it has the combat enhancement, which makes it a lot more
That
fun
was
to
a
play.
balancing.
Yeah, and there's also they have the starship stuff.
So Jedi and stuff.
Oh, because that's when they had Kashyyykin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and you can get the Varactals or whatever they're called. Those lizard things that. Yeah.
So my question.
So to anyone that's
Jedi
ever played an MMO and thought you had,
I have not seen
you got to
it.
play Star Wars Galaxies.
Good.
So last time we played, you guys returned to Nar Shaddaa. You returned David Grohl to his parents. It went seemingly well. They seem like okay people, maybe a little poor, but that's okay. And then you guys decided you needed some money.
Why'd you need to bring up that they were poor?
Because I'm poor and everyone should know about the poor. We should help the poor.
What's the poor? I'm not familiar. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
Because as you know,
Still there.
we assign value to how rich you are.
Okay.
So you guys decided you needed some money. You're gonna get some cybernetic implants for Syu Zee, and you went back to Grakkus the Hutt to try and get some work.
The illustrious Grakkus the Hutt.
You met Greg, who is the new lieutenant. He was throwing a party for Grakkus the Hutt, and you guys were basically going to be hired as some extra muscle to protect the party. It didn't go super well.
It's pretty drunken, if
Cluster.
I remember correctly.
One of us was pretty drunk. We won't name names.
No, Hayden.
The party was attacked seemingly by Graveloid the Hutt, who is now a canon character.
Yep. Thanks for the confusion.
Cha-ching.
I believe Nimi found a bomb underneath the throne. Crick disarmed the bomb.
No, maybe I did. I think I saw him place it, but I don't think I was.
Somebody saw it place it. I think you actually found it, and then you called in Crick, who disarmed it.
Cams.
You were on the cams, but you came down because you physically snipped the wire on the boat.
Yeah, but I think I saw it on the cams, is what I'm saying.
I tackled a guy.
You did tackle a guy, and
One
then
moment.
you nubbed him.
The entire campaign came down to 50-50 because Zach had one too many.
No, it wasn't 50-50.
You said red wire or green wire.
Yes.
And you said we had suddenly second.
But no, the red wire, green wire thing, we're gonna pull the curtain back. Whatever he said was gonna be the right answer.
Oh, so he okay.
I think.
Okay. I don't believe it in that moment.
I was drunk.
I think you were gonna blow all our limbs off and we would just be walking around like spider people.
Well, to be fair,
Well, that's why we have a cybernetic surgeon now.
Yeah, I need my hands to put on second.
hold on. It wouldn't have been a TPK, depending on how we might have felt.
It was 66 damage.
I was in the hallway. I chased down
Oh,
Frank.
you would have been fine.
Yeah.
It would have been just me. What?
No, I might have.
I could have rebuilt you. I'd have got you some
We can
Robo
rebuild
fans.
him.
Robo
We
fins.
can make him better.
Everyone forgets that Crick was the one who did it, so he would have fucking blown up. He would have been gone.
Yeah,
Fen-
you're mostly water anyway.
Fen did murder
this feels
you.
like
Yeah,
And the Moidian, who had a +5 ventilation shafts.
I killed him.
+5.
I shot him real dead.
That's what those eyes
Yeah, you crit,
They
didn't
just
you?
find
Yeah,
ventilation shafts.
I think so.
I don't know.
So you guys were rewarded with 48,000 credits? 41?
Sorry.
42,000
Hate to be
credits.
honest, but what do?
What do you guys want to do?
I think it is of the utmost importance that we get your arm replaced. Certainly, this is the kind of world where we could find a cybernetic vendor, or I don't know if you know anyone in the field of mechanics of note on this planet.
Would I?
Crick,
Yeah, roll a gather information.
Gather information.
And while you're doing that, I don't remember the current status of our ship. Is it in need of repair?
well, the term "our ship" is rather flexible. It is the one we currently have control of.
Yes, ours.
Oh, very well. I see. So you're talking to a Jedi. I wasn't sure how on board we are with thievery. Well, I don't recall it taking any damage. No, I don't think it took any shot. I think we missed the shots we were firing. Yeah, because I even joked that Case was the one firing because it missed. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know a cybernetic dealer. In fact, you've been to his house and had sleepovers.
I thought.
Not in a sexual way, like you guys made a play video games all night.
We're going.
Just in the kind of way where like it got a little cold and you kind of snuggled and like it almost happened, but you made eye contact and you both felt weird about it.
Like laughed a little bit.
Is that too specific? Is that happens to everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
that's what you told me.
You were there.
Ooh.
So we got 42,000 credits. We're on Nar Shaddaa. Is there any like casinos?
There's one time and we were
There's
shocked.
certainly guarantee there are casinos.
There
here.
are multiple rival casinos.
That's what's going through Fenn's mind.
We could stand to have a better ship still.
So perhaps we should price out what a ship upgrade, or at least the means to make the ship literally our own, if there's a way to slice into the vehicle manifest. I'm out of my element here, Crick. What do we need? We need,
could add
we need a
another wing
prosthetic
to the
arm for you.
ship.
We need secure passage, and our ship is probably being sought after and will not withstand any Imperial interrogation.
We could probably sell it off for more money, though.
Interesting.
Or parts, for that matter.
Well, on either of those two notes, actually all three of the notes, finding a casino, finding a prosthetic dealer, and possibly a fence to purchase our ill-gotten goods. It seems that on all three of those notes, the illustrious Grakkus may be the one we speak with. He has prosthetics, he has money, and no doubt as a Hutt he has less than reputable sources.
I'll give an answer, but I want to know who he knows first.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anyone I would know that would be better for the supplies we need.
Very well. If we could go it our own way, it would be.
You know someone that deals specifically in cybernetics. Grakkus owns a casino, and you would know that because Grakkus is the warlord of the area that you guys had spent the last 3 years.
I would.
What?
He wouldn't. I would.
Yeah, you would. Sorry, I gestured at the wrong person. As far as ship, yeah, I mean, you know someone that works on ships.
Frank Sr.
Perhaps I should take as diplomatic as I am, maybe I should take a back seat if we are to speak.
Should I do a roll to see if I would know someone who knows prosthetics? Or are you saying that Frank's the prosthetic?
He knows somebody that would sell prosthetics. He knows how to install them.
And you're saying Frank would sell them?
Frank would do ship upgrades.
Okay.
He might also know someone to sell. Dude eats people. It definitely sells stolen ships. I mean, let's face it.
And ATSD.
Stealing ships is obviously a gateway to eating humans.
I was
everyone
sold
knows
an
it.
ATSD.
Oh yeah, we already sold stolen vehicles.
So we should go to the arm. So, shall we make our way to the prosthetic contact first?
Yes, I think I know a guy.
So you guys are going to head down a couple of levels to a place called the Arms Dealer. As you walk in, it is clearly a shop dedicated to cybernetics, personal enhancements. It is pretty much stainless steel from top to bottom. Very easy to sanitize, very easy to clean. There is a single droid, spherical in shape, that is floating through the building. It has 4 kind of spidery-like arms that hang off of it. What do you guys want to do?
So, Nimi, I am kind of outclassed here in knowledge. I am putting my full faith in you to make the right decisions.
Place my hand on your shoulder. Fortunately for you, I am never outclassed. Let's see what they have to offer. I'm gonna start perusing the store, see if I can isolate out humanoid arms. Okay.
You would definitely find humanoid arms, kind of bipedal designed arms, and the droid is going to approach you.
As I had hoped. So I'm not going to. I hear him approach, but I'm going to continue to kind of browse and see if he breaks the ice.
And the droid will. How may I help you, sir?
Yes, I am Dr. Nima Fitznapak, Harferlinfjord. Perhaps you've heard of me, cybernetic specialist?
I have not, but I am simply a shop curator.
I do not blame you for not keeping up on the cutting edge of masters in cybernetic surgery, but I must admit I am away from my shop and in need of a prosthetic for a patient of mine. I see, is this your full collection of humanoid arms?
Well, no, we have certainly custom options in the back. We have simple, bare bones type of enhancements,
Droid snicker.
Yeah, it's snicker.
Like, not even a funny laugh. It was just like, we have bare bones.
That would replace a lost limb. We also have some that contain secret compartments, some that do other fun things. What is the intent in this cybernetic enhancement, and what, may I ask, is your budget?
Well, I was thinking something that closely resembled my old arm.
Yes, I believe we would be definitely interested in skin graft for the prosthetic to make it look authentic.
Skin grafts will, of course, increase the price, but you seem like someone who might be able to afford such a add-on.
Understandable. We were hoping to keep it around possibly 5,000 to 8,000, but we understand that specialty may cost more, and we would be certainly willing to hear out your models. I must admit, we have several encounters that may have been avoided if we had been more stealthy. This compartment arm, how much could it conceal?
Oh, it would probably stow 1 to 2 items, maybe about a foot in length, and maybe 3 to 4 inches in width.
Nice.
Something you might conceivably store in a forearm of a humanoid.
I'm going to kind of turn so my shoulder blocks the view of the droid, and I'm going to go, like, waving my hand around like I'm holding a sword.
And I give you a nod of agreement.
Susie's like, you can fit a whole sword in there?
So, how much would this arm be with the organic augmentation?
I believe with the skin grafts it would be about 12,500, 8,000 for the base model, 4,500 for the skin grafts.
I see, that is a bit more than we were hoping to spend. Does that at least include the licensing fee?
Yes, that will include the cybernetic licensing fee as required by Imperial Decree 2271A6.
Very good. Your recall, even for a droid, spectacular. I suppose, and there's no possibility you could do it for, say, 12. I, of course, would be willing to install it and everything. No labor requirements or your time there.
Make a persuasion.
All right. 30.
Yep.
There's a 19 on the dice, though.
I will honor that price for you.
Very well. And I frequent Nar Shaddaa, so if we are ever in the area, you will be my absolute first stop.
Of course. Thank you for coming to Arms Dealer.
Yes. How long till it is prepared?
About 24 hours.
All right, then, and we shall return to you here.
Yes.
Thank you. I did not catch your designation.
DR1.
It was a pleasure. Again, Dr. Nini. I shall return in 24 hours.
Of course.
And then we have other work to do. Good day, my friend.
And we will cut to a couple levels lower than where you are at now, where Crick and Fen are currently trying to sell a ship.
Bullshit.
So you guys go down a couple levels. You find Frank Sr.'s shop.
Walk up to him and say, we heard from a friend that you'd be willing to give us some money for this ship here.
Well, that's a little presumptive, but let's take a look. What kind of ship you got?
And I show him the Omega class, the Star Shuttle.
So he's like, oh, there it is.
And it's like right behind.
Yeah.
It's a very elaborate, nice looking ship, right?
You're walking down like the lowering like the ramp as he's like, where is it?
Well, I ain't ever seen a ship like that before. Let's take a look at her. And he's gonna walk around, check out the bottom of it, check out the wings, check out the drive, the thrusters. It's a real pretty ship. How'd you come across her?
It just came around to us.
Fell off a truck.
Fell off the truck.
I don't think you really need or want to know.
So I'm gonna guess you don't have papers then.
Not quite.
No.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to take a closer look if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception.
29.
Jesus. Wait.
19.
Oh, I thought it was a 3. It was an 8. I gotcha.
19.
So you both notice that there's something that catches his eye as he's looking at it. Well, it's a real nice ship. It's not Imperial made, but it's definitely made for Imperials. You said you don't have papers for her?
No, sir.
All right. Best I can do, 200,000.
Well,
200,000.
I noticed you saw something of interest while you were inspecting the ship.
Oh, you saw that, did you?
Yeah, I see
Well.
something catch your eye.
This is uncommon for a shuttle. It's a little unusual for a shuttle this size, but it has a X2 hyperdrive. Now, you don't really see that thing on shuttles. Usually shuttles are, ferrying you between planets and capital ships. This thing is obviously meant to move between stars, so might be able to offer you as much as 250.
250.
Take 250 for it.
All right, we got a deal. It's gonna shake your fucking claw.
It's like grabbing a bunch of crab legs.
Now,
Oh, fuck, man. That's a terrible visual.
Wrapped in a squid.
is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah. We were looking to get a YT with 1300 with some upgrades, if you don't mind.
Oh, why?
These specific ones. Upgrades.
Yes, a couple upgrades, please.
Well, YTs are common enough. Kind of upgrades you have in mind?
Looking for a medical room to start. We'd like the highest quality disguise transponder you can get. We'd like 4 smuggler's hatches and base luxury upgrade.
The luxury is very important.
Oh, you guys living a luxury lifestyle, ain't you?
They're escorting a very, very particular noble.
Couple of city slickers, eh?
Well, I might have something that meets your needs. It's needs a little bit of work, but I can get it to you in the next hour.
Sounds speedy, we'll take it.
All right. I'll
Due to the unjust enslavement of pit droids.
just deduct it from the money I'm paying you for this shuttle.
Sounds great.
And we will cut back to the arms dealer. Your arm, a day goes by, your arm is ready to go.
Yes.
I'm assuming that we're there with them now.
Yeah, so as you guys are walking out of the arms dealer with the cybernetic enhancement, a YT 1300 lands.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ramp descends, and Crick and Fen walk off of it.
So this is the new ship.
How do you like it?
It looks in better condition than I expected, and for the luxury accommodations I asked for.
Oh, they're there.
Accommodation for him.
And
something for you.
the medical bay?
Yeah.
Oh, I am so excited. We can do your prosthetic surgery right here.
Let's get right to it.
Oh yes, very much.
But
All right.
with every ship, it needs a name.
Something to be revered.
Seeing as we're on your quest, I say you name it.
I would say something fierce, and I would say something that lets us know not to be trifled with. The Raging Wampa.
Yes, the anatomy of a wampa is incredible. As far as humanoid creatures, its strength is unparalleled. It shall strike fear into the Empire, but a cold resolve into the strength of the rebellion.
I like the sound of that.
Perfect.
The Raging Wampa.
And descending down the ramp is a 3PO droid.
Oh my word!
Greetings, I am D3PO. You may call me Depot for short.
Dick
It is a pleasure. I am Dr. Nima Fitznapak Harfernfjord.
I will remember that perfectly.
I'm gonna put you to it.
I am Syu Zee, former diplomat.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The cast here at Nightfall Media is proud to present our Patreon, a place to create new experiences while exploring our past journeys.
With content like the Raincor's Pit, an after show where the cast breaks down the most recent episode, and an inside look to the cast outside of the show.
See the cast you love put on a show in other TTRPG systems. Listen to them as they play as scoundrel pirates in Pirateborg, or listen to them as classic adventurers in D&D 5e.
Furthermore, the cast has loads of ideas for your own TTRPGs at home. Try out one of Rob Hunter's fully written out characters, or visit Payton Castle's Vault of Magic Items.
A handful of shows for your viewing pleasure, and take-home goodies for your own TTRPG adventures. All of this for just $3.
Still hungry for more content? Join our Discord server where you can interact with other fans of the show, get notifications of when the cast streams, and updates on Nightfall Media directly from the cast. Hope to see you there.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am your companion and custodian of the ship.
We also picked up a couple supplies while we're on the way.
Outstanding. What's the haul? I wrote it down.
Weapons for us, pretty much.
Did you possibly arrange the surgery kits and med pack?
Oh, yes, and some healing and ability.
Medical packs. Oh, I could keep you. If only you had met me sooner, you would not be in the predicament that you were in. But I'm sorry, you must be longing for your arm. Let me go check the installment of the medical bay, and then we will see what I can do for your arm. Come.
Can I get us up into space while they do this?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Pilot check?
Yeah, make a pilot check.
We gotta go. That's 18.
Yeah, you get into space, no problem. You clear with the control tower. The Raging Wampa is free to pass.
So our transponder,
Yes.
do we have an alias with it, or is it?
You can create up to 4 aliases, and you have to determine when they're on, which one is on.
Let's each come up with one by the time we meet next.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So that's a fake name for the ship?
Yeah, so we'll have like different designations. So if we burn one, we can move on to another. That's awesome. Okay,
I'm going to write this down so I don't forget.
then I will go and check out the medical bay.
You go into the medical bay, and it is pristine. It includes a single Bacta tank.
What?
We got our own Bacta tank?
Are you adding that, or is that included in the ship's cost?
I'm adding that.
Oh,
Tired of having to have us pay for back tanks?
yes. Man, Tython's gonna be brutal. We're cheering now, but you're realizing that Tython, if you can get there, is gonna be brutal. Okay.
It's fine, I got a cannon.
All right, then when you're ready, Syu Zee, I will need you to take off at least the upper half of your garment and lay down in this medical bed.
Full naked. No,
Just shredded abs. My word! How do you do push-ups and sit-ups with one arm? Sit-ups I can, actually. I'd like to take that out. Edit. How do you do sit-ups with one arm?
All right,
I'm a doctor. Okay, so it's a treat injury check. I need a 20, so I really just need a 4 on this dice. But there's really no cost of failing. Cracked?
Yeah, it's crack.
30.
Okay, it goes flawlessly.
Yes.
There is not even a recognizable wound.
All right, Syu Zee, there will be a slight scar where the skin graft is mending to your skin. It may take a few days to maybe a week to go away, but when you're ready, get up slowly and try to test it out and see how natural it feels. It can be attuned if it is in need of it.
And so as I rise from the chair and or the table and stand up, I'm holding my arm out from me as if it's like a foreign object that I've never seen before. And as I stand up, I make a fist and I open it and I go, how do I open the compartment?
A very simple command. Bring your thumb to your middle finger and then flick your hand forward.
And the compartment opens up and I pull out my lightsaber and I sort of nicely place it inside and to close.
Again, middle finger to thumb, but flick backwards.
And sure enough, as I flick it back, the compartment shuts, and I go, Dr. Nimi, you do a fine work. My appreciation of you is boundless.
I pay it no heed. It is my job to right injuries and mend the sick and wounded. It is my calling, and I am ashamed of what I have had to do under the forced employ of the Empire. It means a great deal that you would take me and Crick on. I believe that we can do much good together.
Well, you've already done something I will never be able to repay.
All right. What do you guys want to do? You want to end it there? Or do you want to make one last check?
I think that's a good ending spot.
I think the question we need to figure out, whether we decide it now or not, is whether we want to seek out more information on how to get to Tython, or at least learn more. I don't even know what you would know too.
I wouldn't know shit.
If we can just guess.
I think I might be able to do more with the maps, but my character wouldn't
I don't
really
know. I kind
about
of feel
Tython.
like with a pilot's check, if we can plot a course, it sounds like from what my understanding of it is, if we interact with something, it'd be like we might drop out of hyperspace early and have to deal with an anomaly.
Yeah, whatever brought you out, you would have to deal with.
Yeah.
So I guess unless there's a physical risk to us colliding with something, then I say we should at the very least see
Try.
how close we can get.
Yeah.
We can get the spot on the map from Syu Zee and then check and see what's in our way and plot the best course.
So as we settle down in the bridge, I am going to, before we do this, lean into Crick and be like, my friend, we have been together for some time, and I know this seems dangerous, but I have every assurance that you can get us there in one piece. Inspiring confidence.
My first thought was airplane. We're all counting on you. No pressure. He keeps coming in and doing it every 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's a +1, it's not. It's like the Saga Edition version.
So what I would like for this then, if you guys are going to try it, Syu Zee is going to make a use computer check.
Oh, fuck.
What kind of check would it be to make sure my seat
I nat 20.
Yeah, 20.
I nat 20.
Oh!
Cool. So you plot a course that you're very, very confident in.
Jeez. You're like, oh yeah, I have the holocron. I forgot it's right here.
check.
Oh wait, it's here in my pocket.
You get a +1, right?
Yes.
And Susie's like, I think I know. Oh, it's right here.
Oh, look, it says Tython. That's crazy.
Soft 20.
Okay. So you guys take off into hyperspace. It's a pretty quiet ride. You're heading into the deep core, so it's going to take a day or two. As you emerge, there is a blue and green marble-like planet in front of you. And 3 Star Destroyers.
Hey, no, this is why we have a transponder.
And that's where we'll end it.
Oh, okay. Hey, we built a ship for this scenario, man.
You have just finished Chapter 16 of Star Wars Nightfall. Nightfall is Peyton Castle as Syu Zee, Richard Capicil as Crick, Justin Chapman as Fen, Rob Hunter as Dr. Nemethitz, and myself, Zach Som, as the Galaxy Master. We'll be back in just 2 weeks with Chapter 17.
It's amazing.
Actually, we brought it up last night talking to our buddy Riley because he likes hearing it. He listens to the podcast and he loves hearing about it. And so I brought up Star Wars Galaxies to him, but I couldn't remember what the fuck it was called. And I brought up how rare it was seeing a Jedi and just all the fables you guys have bestowed upon us.
Yeah, you'd play for like a year and see one.
He was like,
I remember, and I'm telling the story, I've told it a million times, but like I'm in Mos Espa. And it is in that game, you can build a city of your own or get a guild to go build a city out in like the dunes of Tatooine or whatever planet. But I was going to town because I was a doctor and I sold mind buffs, pretty much like neural stims.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just peddling my wares and hanging out, like half watching TV, half playing the game. And a fight breaks out because you could win over cities and entire planets through like Empire versus Rebel conflict. And this lightsaber just in the crowd and everyone fighting just bolted. And that was already the first time I ever saw a lightsaber. But on top of that, a split second later, a red lightsaber.
No
And
way.
everyone that started running stopped and kept the significant safety buffer. But we all just watched as they duked it out. It was incredible.
That's so fucking
Not to mention it wasn't like World of Warcraft, you stand in one spot and just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
But in that game, there's front back arc. There's a combat update. There's front back arc and there's throwing things so you can knock people back and knock them prone. So there's movement in the combat.
So they're actually moving around.
Yeah, you'd see him run back and throw a lightsaber or force push a guy and then close in on the distance with a charge. It wasn't just standing there and running in a circle.
And it was real, this is a stupid term, real world Star Wars, where people would probably be holy shit, and they would stand somewhere where they could watch, right?
Yeah, we knew if either of them decided to turn on. I mean, I was Rebel at the time. Actually, it might have been Imperial at the time. Either way, if one of them decided to turn us, you'd have no chance. It would take a guild raid to take down one Jedi.
Yeah.
It would take years to become a Jedi.
It was beautiful.
Oh.
So if this is as good as
This is what that is.
Okay.
So
how big's the player base at?
I don't know off the top of my
It's
head.
one server then?
It's just one server.
Okay. Yeah, the whole thing got taken down. So what we're talking about, I think, is a
dedicated.
claimed dedicated server, right?
Yeah, they were able to get their hands on the code after it went out of service.
Yeah.
And they basically implemented the parts that they want to implement. And then there's a Discord server that has pretty much everybody in it. And they've created their own Senate. So, what happens is whatever profession you are, there's a senator for that profession.
Oh my god, that's
And then
so cool.
There's elections and shit.
I'm gonna
You can
cry.
email them and see if I will just voluntarily plug them every episode because it's so cool.
Yeah, no shit.
See if they take
Wait,
donations or something.
wait. We become in-game podcasters.
We just get into the game, go to
that'd be-
Starport and hold
We could do a session of if we should all get it downloaded. And one of these days we could do a session where we all just play on comms.
We set up a table or something, and we all.
I have a gaming laptop. I can bring it if you guys have other gaming laptops.
Absolutely.
We
Yeah,
can
I
do
got
a session of just starting out that game.
And then it's our
That'd
character.
be fun.
Our characters sitting around a table, just on us are all talking via mics.
No, you're joking, but
That
before
would
you go
be
do
so
something,
great.
you go chill at a cantina and you watch dancers and you get buffs and stuff. It's such a cool game.
One of us can be dancing, so there's reason for people to sit.
Oh yeah.
Bring them in. One of us is selling something. It's the podcasting market.
Although now that I'm thinking about it, realistically, one of us is just gonna be come and get your raw metal here. Come and get your raw metal. It's so exciting watching a moisture farmer. There's so many non-combat classes. We'll choose interesting ones. We'll do some research.
Or we could be super meta and be the in-game radio show, and we talk about
I'm gonna be a
in-game
Starship
world.
designer.
Dude, we should be us.
Just recreate us.
I think
So what would I be?
Oh, I don't know if Cybernetics is in that patch though. I think Cybernetics came out late. No, Cybernetics I think came out with
Like the
Starships. I could be Dr. Mimi.
Yeah, he's Dr. Neat.
But what would I be?
I'd be a ship designer.
Dave motherfucking Grohl!
Dave.
Like Frank.
Just a not force sensitive child. That's what you can do.
Do they have Bothans in the game?
They do have
Yes!
Bothans. They
Because
have
they're a real
Bothans and they have
species.
Moncol. They don't have Keldor.
What the fuck is
the
this?
game came out before Keldor were a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
I'm writing a letter to someone.
I mean, they could add it in.
Just lay it down. Let's send a friendly email to the people making this. And you're I'm going to send him an angry one.
Oh, yeah?
You racist pieces of shit. Just because I have to breathe through a mask, I don't get representation.
Just because I look like a leather purse doesn't mean anything. You're discriminating.
So last
Not
time
hard.
we played.
Rotisserie chicken on a Twi'lek model. It's easy.
When I'm in need of clean energy and laser focus, I take a moment to meditate, reaching out to ghost energy.
Have no fear. I'm here to provide you the focus and energy you seek. Take this can of Strabango Margarita Ghost Energy and fulfill your destiny.
My goodness, this divine liquid is clear, and its flavor is superb. Is it truly vegan and gluten-free?
Indeed, young one.
Is it true that it has 0 sugar?
Not a sugar to find.
It also lists a multitude of nutritious vitamins. That can't be possible.
But it is. Ghost energy is transparent in their labeling, making it clear to the people what they are drinking.
Then I shall meditate more often, for I shall see myself wanting more.
It is much easier than that, child. You can find it in stores near you, and find a link in the show notes of Nightfall episodes for a 20% discount on Ghost Energy products.